Welcome to Sara Gonzales Unfiltered. A special welcome to all of our new subscribers from Friday's episode. You found me. Yes, I am me. It is me. It is I, the woman who confronted Jasmine Crockett. We've got a lot to talk about today, including the fact that more Americans are dead thanks to just another illegal immigrant who shouldn't be here in the first place. This is a video of an illegal immigrant from India pulling a U-turn on a Florida highway, full speed. You see a car slam into the semi-trailer. 3 people died. And now he has been, God, the devastation there is incredible. Now he has been charged over their murders. We're going to talk about that a little later in the show. And why people are blaming Gavin Newsom for these deaths too. We'll get into that. These kinds of stories and, more are just the ones that liberal media, they just ignore. They don't want to tell you about. You're going to open up MSNBC, CNN. You're not going to see it on those pages. Okay. And that might be why their ratings are tanking, because now I hope it's my favorite story of the week. MSNBC is trying to fix their shitty reputation with a rebrand. They're like, we're just going to rebrand it. It's going to be fine. We're going to rebrand, but still be slightly similar. Their new name is, I wish we had a drum roll. Okay. We need a drum roll for this. Their new name is going to be My Source News Opinion World, or MS Now for short. Hold on. Steven, am I missing something?
Hey, hold on. Is this a joke? You're not being for real right now, are you?
It's for real. It's not a joke. I'm being serious.
I literally just turned over to the producers and said, is this for real?
You didn't know?
No, I've been working all day. No, I had no.
My Source News Opinion World. This is not a joke. This is not a prank. It's real.
Not MS Now.
MS Now. Isn't that catchier?
No.
No, it's going to save them. It's going to say, because they were MSNBC. And now they are MS Now, and that's going to save them. And, I'm just thinking first of all, how terrible. Whoever was in the conference room brainstorming this, I got it. Hold on, guys. I got it. My Source News Opinion World. Boom. We did it. Whoever did that, fired immediately. Get them the hell out of the conference room. They never should have been there in the first place. And I'm just thinking, if they really wanted a name that would save them and give them the Trump bump. I mean, you have President Trump himself, who already gave them the best name they could ever possibly have, lest we forget.
CNN is scum, and so is MSDNC. They're all. And frankly, the networks aren't much better. It's all fake news.
You're never going to top that. You're never going to top that. And please stop pretending like you are not MSDNC, because we already know that you are. Of course, you are just the Democrat National Committee Network. That is you. And so I just thought, as we talk about MS Now moving forward, we should just remember, let's just reminisce. Let's bask in some of the lowlights of MSNBC. Number 3, let's start there. Okay, let's do the top 3. We'll start at number 3. We'll just keep getting better. Morning Joe. Oh, Morning Joe, Joe Scarborough. There are a lot of good ones in that particular show, but you remember that as President Trump's popularity kept climbing, MSNBC was going downwards. There was just a converse, just whoop. It's not the right way. It's not the way you want to go. And possibly the worst possible way to start your day would have been Morning Joe. I wouldn't know because I never watched it. But the thing with social media that's been so great is that you didn't have to watch it to see the disastrous clips that came from it. You could just watch the clips and laugh at them and not have to watch the entire thing. And so I want to play how they spoke to President Trump as he was running for president the first time around back in 2015 for the 2016 election.
I want to get our hands around a very difficult situation.
All right, Donald.
Hey, Joe, one other thing.
Don. You got to let us ask questions. You can't just talk. No, you got to let us actually ask questions. You're just talking. All Muslims. Donald. You're not going to keep talking. We will go to break if you keep talking. We're going to ask you questions.
All
right, go to break. Go to break, everybody. Go to break. Go to break right now. We'll be right back.
Oh. Spoiler alert, who won that pissing contest? President Trump is now the 47th president after being the 45th president, Joe. How do you like them apples? And so you know what happened, obviously. And so you have President Trump winning and then winning again. And then after President Trump won again in the 2024 election, they, of course, were, you know what? I'm going to say a completely different duo, Joe and Mika Brzezinski, putting their tail between their legs, and just a completely different persona coming from these two. Watch.
Joe and I realize it's time to do something different. And that starts with not only talking about Donald Trump, but also talking with him.
Oh, well, what could have possibly happened for you guys to do the about face that you just did on national television? Well, see, ratings dropped 27% from July 2024 to July 2025, just in that time frame. Ratings in the age of 25 to 54 demographic dropped 40%. Oof, that is not. That's like, Stephen, when we talk about golf. You don't want a lower number, right? You don't want the lower number.
You want the lower number in golf.
You don't want the lower number here.
Yeah, they're doing it wrong. They've got it backwards.
Maybe they think that this is like golf, and you want your demographics and your ratings to drop and go lower. Guys, it's not golf.
Maybe that's why they came up with MS Now, because
MS
they wanted
Now.
To go lower. So it makes sense now. They're just playing the wrong sport.
Like, oh shoot, we're supposed to get more higher ratings, not less. So I gotta show you a couple more here. Just to bask in the glory of all of this. We knew that these people were the enemy of the people, as President Trump once said so many years ago. It's just all coming to fruition. And I want to remind you guys, as we're going through these, make sure that you are subscribed. Again, to all of the new subscribers, hello, we're happy to have you. Hit the like button and comment. It'll help us in the algorithm, which those of you who are new, you don't realize how much we've been censored from the overlords over at YouTube. Just recently got our monetization back after like 2 years plus. So make sure to share the show with a friend as well. Coming in at number 2, Rachel Maddow. I told my producers, I was like, Rachel Maddow has to be in here somewhere, because there are a lot of great nuggets from Rachel Maddow. But, you have just Rachel Maddow going in just constantly, just like a leftist woman, constant panic, constant hysteria coming from Rachel Maddow. Or is it Chris Hayes? I get the two confused all the time. And it just has people perhaps just turning off their TVs and cutting the cord and saying, I can do without this crap. I don't need to watch MS Now, MSNBC, whatever the hell your name is now. I don't want to hear this anymore.
We do now live in a country that has an authoritarian leader in charge. We have a consolidating dictatorship in our country. And it sounds melodramatic to say it. I know.
Does it?
But just go with that for a minute, right? Think in melodramatic terms.
All right, Mark Cuban. So here's the deal. You don't even realize what a dictator is, because here's what I can tell you. Number one, it's definitely not somebody who was elected with an overwhelming majority, 77 million votes, won all of the swing states. And number two, it definitely doesn't portray you as smart to be carrying water for Donald Trump's predecessor, who, of course, told everyone that they weren't allowed to earn a living, earn a paycheck, feed their families if they didn't get an injection into their bodies. Carrying water for this guy and calling this guy the dictator who was elected, fairly elected, in a free and fair election. It's like, I think Rachel Maddow is about the place where AOC is, where you hear the hamster's in the wheel, the hamster's turning the wheel is turning in the head, and then it's, oh gosh, the wheel breaks, and the hamster, you just hear it every boom, boom, thud, thud. That's what's happening upstairs in Rachel Maddow's head. And then you have one of my favorites, Joy Reid, because I think the biggest ratings failure that even the network couldn't ignore was Joy Reid herself. So MSNBC, at risk of being called a racist, a woman hater, which they were called, they still had to cancel her. And President Trump at that moment even praised that decision, writing on Truth Social, MSDNC has finally gotten the nerve up to fire one of the least talented people in television, the mentally obnoxious racist Joy Reid. Based on her ratings, which were virtually non-existent, she should have been canned a long time ago. And so I do miss her, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I feel like we are missing out on a lot of nuggets now that she is not on MSNBC. I'm sorry, MS Now, spewing her hatred, spewing her racism. And I just want to imagine for a second that she wasn't fired by MSNBC and was allowed to go out and spew the nonsense and the lies and the ridiculousness that she was allowed to go out and spew. We would still be getting way more hilarious stuff like this gem she said yesterday on a podcast.
They can lie about the history to the children. They can't originally invent anything more than they ever were able to invent good music.
That was about white people. White people couldn't invent anything. White people haven't invented anything. Well, I don't know. Call me crazy. It's just that that's just not true at all. Just off the top of my head, let's see. White people have invented the light bulb, the telephone, the automobile. Seems kind of useful, right? Let's see. Newtonian physics, the sport of basketball, photography, the flushing toilet, and blue jeans. But hey, who's counting, right? Who's keeping track? It's just easier to just spew nonsense, and we see what that leads to. So if only the left leaned into its opposition like the right did with the South Park jokes, but they won't. They can't, because their little fifis can't handle it, and they can't give Donald Trump any wins. None at all, which is why you have Democrat leaders actually simping for criminals and gangbangers and violent illegals. That's why. Simply because it doesn't matter what it is, they cannot give President Trump any wins. Well, you see what happens with that. You see where that leads, MSDNC. But good things happen when you embrace the right, okay? Let this be a case study for MSNBC to watch jealously, just wishing they could be CNN, which, boy, you know you're in the tank when you are actually wishing you could be CNN. Wishing you could be CNN, like that is low. That is a low bar. You should feel really bad about yourself if you are wishing you could be CNN. But that is MSNBC right now, because Abby Phillips' show is still failing with the rest of CNN's lineup, but it's failing way less than the others, especially those on MSNBC, because who do they add to their panel? Oh, the very smart conservative Scott Jennings.
I worked for an anti-war president, and I saw, no, he was. He ran against.
How many countries did you bomb the crap out of?
Well, that's what I'm going to say,
Lord
Scott.
have mercy.
And you know what else?
The fact that they wouldn't give these 13 service members' families the time of
bullshit,
day.
Dude.
The time of day.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but Donald Trump.
There's been a lot of talk about that.
What reality do you live in? He's literally got these guys in the White House where they're signing documents and shaking hands. Acknowledge the man is solving peace.
India questioned about whether that was an actual deal.
It happens on almost a weekly basis. Just acknowledge it. Just acknowledge it.
And I will also acknowledge that Donald Trump
we reported on this network.
Seems to have
he looks into the camera.
An affinity for Vladimir Putin in a way. No, you're not going to get away with calling me a liar. I know that's like the line. I'm not lying.
You're lying.
Nobody's lying about anything.
Sure you are.
Well, it turns out she was. And Scott Jennings is the only bright light at that network anymore. But at least CNN has figured that out. I'm sure they will be very upset if he decides to run for Senate or for Congress, because they're going to be like, no, good, shoot. The only reason why other people are watching than like the 5 people who are family to the people who are on the panel, that's going to be a disaster for them. All right, we've got more to come, but we want to thank our sponsor this segment, Relief Factor. So those of you who have not yet tried Relief Factor, if you wake up and you're in pain, knee pain, neck pain, back pain, whatever the case may be, the point is it doesn't have to be that way. And after just 1 week of taking Relief Factor, you could see pain ease up dramatically. After the 3 weeks in the 3-week QuickStart, you could see your pain totally eliminated. So if you're living with aches and pains, I just highly recommend Relief Factor. It has worked for me. I was in a car accident a long time ago and messed up a bunch of discs in my back. And turns out that really hurts. But I tried Relief Factor and it got rid of the inflammation in my body, that's what it does. It's a very potent anti-inflammatory. And so it actually gets rid of your pain at the root cause. It's not just masking it, just covering it up. No, it's actually going to eliminate your pain. Try their 3-week QuickStart that you see on the screen. It's $19.95 and it's got a guarantee. So you've literally got nothing to lose except your pain. Now, just as a warning, it doesn't come with all of these cute little fruits and vegetables, but what it does come with is 3 weeks full of super potent anti-inflammatory Relief Factor. 70% of the people who order that go on to keep ordering more. The odds are in your favor that it's going to work for you. Go try it. ReliefFactor.com. Go get that 3-week quick start over at ReliefFactor.com. Welcome to the show. We have Matthew Mausdan, Blaze TV contributor and actor and producer extraordinaire, along with Jaco Booyens, Blaze TV contributor and, of course, founder of Jaco Booyens Ministries, which you guys need to go check out. HelpJBM.org is where you can learn more about their mission and help them. You can subscribe to this guy at Matthew D. Marsden on YouTube. You can go check out my makeup line on AmericanBeautyBySarah.com. I'm wearing Miss America on my lips, by the way, right now.
Miss America.
In case you like it.
America.
In case you like it, AmericanBeautyBySarah.com. I'm glad you guys are here. So President Trump, I think it was this morning, he posted about this. He said he wants to end mail-in voting. He said, obviously it's a fraud and that he wants to sign an executive order to help bring honesty to the 2026 midterm elections. And, I think this, of course, comes off of the heels of the left claiming, well, there is no fraud from mail-in ballots. What are you talking about? There's no fraud at all, according to the left. There's no voter fraud at all, let alone from mail-in ballots, except it's just there's a problem for them. They just keep getting caught committing voter fraud. This example is from this month in Michigan. A Michigan city councilman caught on camera stuffing an election drop box with the absentee ballots days before the primary. We have some of that.
New video obtained by Local 4 shows a black pickup truck pulling up outside Hamtramck City Hall in the middle of the night, just days before the primary election. All of a sudden, the lights turn on inside the truck. That's when you spot 3 men inside, including what appears to be Council Member Abu Musa in the back seat, the same council member who is seeking re-election right now. The video then shows the driver getting out and stuffing absentee ballots into the drop box.
You guys are going to be shocked to hear this. He would have placed 5th without the absentee ballots, but he hung on to his re-election spot in the primary. Isn't that crazy? Abu Musa, very American sounding name. There are no charges filed against him yet, but they say an investigation is underway, which I'm sure they're just going to overturn the results of the election. Let me give you guys one more. Bridgeport, Connecticut, 2023. Wanda Geeter Pataki was caught on camera stuffing absentee ballots into a box. You see her walking over there to the box during a mayoral race in Connecticut. She is a former city employee and the vice chair of, you're never going to guess, the Bridgeport Democrats. She's one of 5 people criminally charged in connection with the misuse of absentee ballots during the 2023 Bridgeport Democrat mayoral election cycle, and she has a court date on September 9th. I mean, so other than all of the times that it happens, mail-in, voter fraud, absentee ballot. None of that actually happens except when it does. And I don't know how President Trump does this with, elections being run by states. But I really, really, really hope that he is able to engage in whatever election integrity actions he can engage in to make these safer and more secure. Because, I don't know how we're ever going to get more safe and more secure than the 2020 election when Joe Biden won. Right. Yeah. There was no.
He beat Barack Obama.
No voter fraud there. Yes, thank you. More votes than Barack Obama, 81 million. Surely there was no voter fraud in that election.
I like this from the president a lot. I don't know if he gets across the finish line because it is state governed and then, but I love it. I love asking for 10 pounds knowing you'll settle for 5, right? Because I also know that there's real amazing technology being deployed in 5 states at the moment that will absolutely secure ballots.
Yeah.
Where you cannot jack with ballots anymore. So I love the fact that the president's saying, I'm coming for the whole kimono.
Yep. Go on offense.
Right? Go on offense. And even if that doesn't happen, there's other amazing things that he's aware of and his administration is aware of that's happening in securing ballots. So I love it. I say go, make him run.
Swing for the fences.
Swing for the fences.
Would you ever hear a Democrat asking for that?
No.
Never. No. So what he's doing?
How else will they get elected?
Well, this is the thing, right? He's doing it. I think that we shouldn't underestimate what he's doing across the board because he's stopped the illegals coming in. They can't win without illegals. That's just a fact. And now he's dealing with the voter fraud. But I just looked this up. I was like, Abu Musa. Because I don't know if you noticed, there's a little bit of unrest going over in the UK right now.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
It's a little bit of unrest. Now, I don't know if Sarah, if you can find out, because I just put the name in where he was born. I'll be very interested on that. But let me just tell you, it's got here. Apparently, this is the Hamtramck City Council in Michigan. I'm presuming this is the same person.
Yes.
Here are the candidates. Khalil Al-Qasemi, Nadeem El-Chowdhury, Result Chowdhury, Mohtar Fadhel, Diane Elizabeth Franken.
Wait, Fathole?
Fadhel.
Oh.
Fadhel.
Like, that is an unfortunate last name. Fathole.
Abdul Malik Qasim, Abu Musa, Mahfuzah Rahman,
Star Wars
Yusuf
names.
Said,
Yep.
Lukman Saleh.
All Star Wars names.
Hello. Hello. We're being invaded. It's a straight
This is
up
a major problem.
It's huge. Hello, London. And it's not just there, it's Texas too, buddy.
It's a major problem.
It's
and you can't say anything. Well, we are, but you know what I mean. But like this is very serious.
Outside of this network, you can't say anything.
Well, I was actually saying this to my sister the other day because she came to America, and she drove across from Florida to Texas and then all the way around and back again. And I said, now you understand how massive America is and how these people can get away with this. Can get away with taking over. And what they've done, and again, this is happening in Texas all over, is they realize that, I don't know if people understand this, so you can flip a local election by 100 votes.
Yes.
That's all it takes, 100 votes. And Texans, especially Texans, I'm sorry, guys, I got to call you out because I came from California to here. You're all asleep. You're asleep. You think this is good. Oh, don't mess with Texas. And all the time you're being infiltrated and people understand. Go and look now, right? Go and look at how many, I'm not going to say Muslims have taken over the mayors in the UK. Mm-hmm. That's the way they see that they're going to go over. And here's the thing. I don't have a problem with peaceful Muslims. What I have an issue with is this power grab, which is blatantly happening. And this is the way they're doing it. And they're doing it here.
I'll say what you're not saying. I'll tell you this. There's only 3 instances where a Muslim can lie. They can deceive you on purpose to further Islamic beliefs. They can lie, cheat, steal. Do they infiltrate? In communities, they start small. You eat an elephant one bite at a time. That's how you eat Texas. You take Anna, Texas, a little Sharia law here in Frisco. No-go zones here. This is how it happened in London. And one day you wake up and Texas goes, well, how did this happen? It happened while you're asleep. And it's not just because of this one guy. You can go through this country and look at what's happening in New York. Go to Minneapolis, problem. Minnesota, Anna, Texas. Go down in Houston, across this country. And do not for one second think that the Constitution of the United States is paramount in that religion's point of view. It is not. It is Sharia. And you know, Sharia trumps all in London. Sharia in their mind trumps.
They're advertising for
100%.
They're advertising for people to come and work with Sharia courts that don't exist.
Exactly.
But the jobs are out there. So,
Can I just? I just looked this guy up, and this is the article that I found. 4 Hamtramck City Council members under investigation for election fraud. So there's 4 of them. Look at the 4 of them: Mohammed Hassan, Mutazin Rahman Sadman. Well, he's going to be sad if he gets convicted. Mohammed Al-Somiri, and the one we were talking about, Abu Musa. So, and by the way, this says in the article, the Hamtramck City Council is composed entirely of Muslim members of Yemeni and Bangladeshi descent.
Dude,
Abu Musa is Bangladeshi. Yeah.
It's over.
Within their faith, they can lie, steal, cheat, deceive. It's a fact, okay? If to enhance the mission of their faith.
Taqiyya.
Okay?
It's called taqiyya.
And so with the taqiyya and under Sharia, so you got a whole city council. They go, this guy's being investigated for voter fraud, but you know what? He won again. Don't know how he did it.
And by the way, even if they do go, they're just going to be replaced by somebody who thinks exactly the same. It doesn't matter. I mean,
we heard the names you just read for who was running.
I'm just saying. I'd like to know, because I tried to look it up very quickly.
Where they're born?
Where they were born. And if they were foreign born.
But that's what I said, that's what this just said. It said that the city council is all Muslim from Yemeni or Bangladeshi descent.
They said Bangladeshi descent, so that could mean that their parents.
No, that guy is definitely from Yes, he is from there. Yes.
Listen, both of us.
It's a mission. It's a mission. It's like Mormons going on mission. It's a mission.
But we're both immigrants.
Yeah.
I think immigrants and their kids, and maybe even their grandkids, should be banned from holding office in the United States, because unfortunately, this is just what is going on right now.
You can't do that.
But what else are you going to do if you're letting people in like that?
A Band-Aid doesn't fix surgery. The surgery.
No, you do both.
All we do is triage in this country. That's all we do. We never do actual surgery. We never actually cut the cancer out. The American people have to wake up. No, you can't say I'm going to ban, because how far back do you go? You can't, because you've had that you can't do, and that will never happen. It is who you elect, because it's the sleeping ones that are electing these idiots and these fools, because the American people are asleep. Because honestly, and this is going to be so controversial. I'm sorry, Sarah, we're probably derailing your whole segment. I'm sorry.
Good.
Okay, but I'll say this. Ooh, man. Americans do not know what real suffering looks like. They haven't suffered enough.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, not that I want Americans to suffer, honestly, okay? But I slept 2 hours last night. Not that this is the deal, because we rescued 30 children under the age of 15 last night. It was a unbelievably difficult human trafficking rescue in Uganda. And dude, you're talking about arms getting cut off, heads getting cut off, 260 Christians killed in Somalia last week alone. There's real suffering. When you play at those stakes, you defend, buddy, what you've got. You don't allow one bad actor politician to take office ever. You don't sleep. You guard the gates. You storm the gates. You fight for your children. We're not.
No, and the problem is these areas are being completely populated by these people. They're headed to those areas. So now you've got a major problem. I mean, I'll tell you this right now. I watched a great interview with a guy called Connor Tomlinson. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've ever had him on the show, but he's absolutely terrific. And I watched an interview with him, and he interviewed the former international head of terrorism for Cobra. Cobra's like the Situation Room for the Brits, right? And the head of Cobra. Now, you know this because of what happened to South Africa. This guy said civil war in the United Kingdom is inevitable. This is the head of Cobra. This isn't Matt Marsden who sees it and I've said it's kind of clear that that's going to happen. This is a guy whose job it is, who's a soldier, to analyze this. Don't think it can't happen here.
Oh, buddy.
It's happening right now.
There would be no reason that it wouldn't happen here.
Go read the
because
two
no
books.
one is trying to stop it.
Go read the 2 books.
Yeah.
Go read the Bible. Go read the Quran.
Yeah.
Let it speak for itself and see who's violent.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we could go on and on about this, but I let's go ahead and take a quick break, and then I want to get into the story. You know, ties into it but doesn't. But of the illegal who killed the people in his gigantic truck over in Florida. First, we want to thank our sponsor, Birch Gold. So Birch Gold is there for those of you who, you know, maybe you're thinking to yourself, I really need to diversify some of our savings accounts. Maybe you've got a 401k that's just laying around collecting dust. You've got an IRA that you're like, I don't know what to do. It just sits here and I don't do anything with it. And it's, you know, in times of instability, it goes way down and then maybe it comes a little bit up. But I'm just saying, if you want to diversify in something that historically has amazing stability, consider diversifying with gold through Birch Gold Group, because for decades, gold has been viewed as a safe haven in times of economic stagnation, global uncertainty, and high inflation. They're going to make it very, very easy for you to, if you got that IRA or 401k that I was talking about, just collecting dust, you can actually convert that into a tax sheltered IRA in physical gold. It's not going to cost you a penny out of pocket, which never happens. They always want to penalize you whenever you change anything about your own money. It's not going to happen here. Get educated. Birch Gold is going to send you a free information kit on gold if you text my name, Sarah, to the number 989898. Again, there's no obligation. It's just free information. There's no reason not to do this. Text my name, Sarah, SARA, to 989898. Governor Gavin Newsom has big fan.
He was vomiting, swallowing it.
Every time you say that, yeah.
He swallowed.
Governor Gavin Newsom. In all seriousness, though, I'm really, really incensed about this particular story. I believe that he has blood on his hands for coddling so many illegals who come into this country. And they give them all the things. They give them benefits, financial benefits. They give them social benefits. And in this particular situation, we talked about at the beginning of the show, keys to the killing machine that he used to kill 3 Americans. And I just want to remind you guys that we cannot stop until all of these people are deported. I showed you this clip earlier. This is an illegal alien from India driving a semi-trailer in Florida, pulls a U-turn at full speed, car smashes into it, 3 Americans die. Have you not seen this, Matt?
No.
It's terrible. Just
no.
Full. Yes. Just
that
not
was
even.
A minivan.
No care in the world.
Look at his response right when it happens, dude. There's no immediate remorse of like,
Doesn't
oh
care.
my gosh.
He's like, I guess I'll stop the car.
Look at him. He's
Whatever.
chilling. Look at him.
I mean, you have to wonder if it was intentional, honestly.
I was going to ask that.
You have to wonder. So
look at his behavior. Sorry.
I know. No. So let me give you who. Look at him. No, pull that back up, Steven. I'm going to give you a second to pull it back up. That smirk. Look at that smirk. Look at that. And you tell me if that is an appropriate reaction after you've just killed 3 people from your driving. His name is Harjinder Singh. He entered the United States through California in 2018, and Gavin Newsom's California DMV issued him a commercial driver's license. Now he's accused of murder and faces deportation. But it would have been nice to just, A, not let him in, B, deport him before he was able to obtain a driver's license and kill 3 Americans who didn't have to be killed, who would otherwise be alive today.
Do you remember my conversation that I told you about when they wouldn't give my wife a driving license because they said the temporary green card, it wasn't valid? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I turned around.
And you were sitting at the DMV.
And there were all these illegals right there. There wasn't a person speaking English in the entire place. And I said, are you telling me that all these people are here legally? And they said, we don't give driver's licenses to illegals. Glendale, California.
Well, that video proves differently.
Well, I mean, we all knew, right? And let me tell you this as well.
With a driver's license, you can vote. You can open a bank account.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly right.
You can have a life.
Exactly right.
That's what it's all about. And let me tell you this, Jaco. This happened to me twice. I went to church on a Sunday morning, and I got a text when I got out of church. One time. The next time I came back to find it, my car had been hit outside my house. Sideswipe. Boom. And gone. Now, I've been hit before, and normally when it's respectable Americans, they'll leave you a note. They'll say, hey, here's my phone number, I hit your car, blah, blah, blah. And so now I think if you get a hit and run, it's illegal. That's the first thing I think. And I also know a friend of mine, by the way, I won't give all the details because they'll know who it is, but their wife was hit from behind by an illegal that was traveling at 80 miles an hour, and it killed her. She was going to get a birthday cake for her son. Yeah, it got hit, killed her, illegal, and the guy had been arrested twice for drunk driving before, and they let him out.
Which state?
I think that was Nevada, actually.
Not just California.
No, it's everywhere.
It's not just California.
Well, it's where was Lake and Riley? Georgia. It's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They've all got to go. They've all got to go.
And which, I say it's everywhere, knowing that part of the plan, which we did sort of criticize at the time, I understand the reason for it, the intention for it, but part of the plan of Texas and, some of these others to ship all of these people into these blue states, I understand.
At the time,
what else could you do? But remember, we talked about it here at this table, was like, I'm not so sure that shipping them further into the interior of the country is a great idea. But what else are you going to do? Because there's no other way for all of these blue states to understand the disaster that this is going to cause. And it did work. But the other part of that is, okay, now we have to remove all of them.
You have to go find them again.
We have to go find them. Yeah. We have to seek them out. We have to remove them. We have to send them. I don't care where they go. I cannot say this enough times. Put a stupid, what's it called? Catapult.
Trebuchet.
Well, he says trebuchet, which honestly sounds way fancier. I'd be fine with it.
He's not French, so he should give us an English, a British word. Don't trebuchet it. Called catapult.
Hey, listen, we call beef.
Hey, you know what? I don't really care what device, what mechanism it is. If I can push a button and just whoop-ah, they just fly over the other side.
To sender?
Yeah, put them on a rocket ship and send them. I don't really care how they get there. I just want them out of my country. And however we can do that, I'm a fan of. But you have these Democrats not only empowering these people, emboldening them, giving them driver's licenses, which, oh my gosh, I could never imagine an illegal voting in an election. How could they possibly do that? Oh, with the driver's license that they're being given. But on top of that, you have these Democrats coming out en masse to criticize these ICE agents that are putting their lives on the line, that are going out there and trying to do the hard work. They're having to cover their faces because they're getting doxxed. People are showing up at their families' houses and they're like, but why are you covering your face? Oh, I don't know, because they have a wife and kids at home who they want to be safe when they go out and do the hard work of arresting illegals and getting them out of here. I mean, that is really unsafe, hard work, and they're going out and doing it. And this is the thanks that they get for it. This is actually a pretty great moment. You've got these ICE agents. I believe that this was in D.C., and they were riding up an escalator, and there were people that were criticizing them and booing them when they were going up an escalator. These people were going down, criticizing them, and pretty interesting moment here from D.C. Watch. Girl says you can choose to do something else. You want to be a veterinarian? You want to be a doctor? He said you can choose to eat a salad. Isn't that so great? Steven, play that one more time. This is sorry, but a very obese woman who is criticizing them. Could you play that one more time? You can choose to do something else. So good. Who can blame him?
But you know what, Sarah, here's the thing. And I've said this about what happened in the UK with the migrants. They call them migrants. We've got to call them like invaders or something like that. It can't be
I'm
migrants.
A fan of that.
Right?
Invaders, yeah.
Invaders. 3 lives gone.
Mm-hmm.
Those people could have still been alive today if ICE was allowed to do their job properly yesterday. And every step of the way, every minute that these illegals are in the country, it gives them more of an opportunity to do something like this. And we've said this over and over and over again, yet they're yelling at ICE agents. They're putting body bags on the front lawns of ICE agencies' houses. And the majority of these guys are Hispanic. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're not white guys. Now, there's going to be a lot of white guys now because now they've upped the recruiting. Everyone's like, right, I'll get a chance to put my country back to where it should be. But again,
still waiting for Dean Cain to call me.
I know, we're still 7 million. Let's remember, 7 million to get back to where we were 4 years ago, which it was still too bad 4 years ago.
I don't even, Matthew, we've been hanging that 10 million number since Barack Obama. If there's a true census in this country, buddy, it's north of 50.
Yeah.
60.
I would agree with that.
It's vast. But, you know, I'd say this on the raids and on what's going on, it's a little more complex than that. You have American companies willingly hiring illegals. Not only did they give this guy a driver's license, they gave him a CDL.
Yeah.
This guy's driving an 18-wheeler.
Giant 18-wheeler.
Any respectable semi-driver, if someone sat here today, would probably say, there's no way ever that I U-turn a truck in that spot. Mm-hmm. So incompetence, not qualified, not just a driver's license, a CDL, which is infinitely more difficult to get legally, the right way. No, just give him a CDL. Heck, why don't you give him a pilot's license? Let him go fly planes. Wait, dude, I'm telling you, it is so egregious. But American companies, I looked at the paperwork of a particular company in Texas last week and how they hire and how much effort they put into making sure that when they hire American citizens, they're asking, we want your passport, we want your social security number, you've got to prove that you're an American citizen. They're making sure. Every company can do that.
Yep.
Or they want to pay cheap labor.
We're about to find out. They're going to have to decide because you can't have
a ton of money now.
Can't have it both ways, though. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break. We will be back with more. First, we want to thank our sponsor of this segment, Craftco. So, Craftco. I keep forgetting to, please, Manna White, thank you. I keep forgetting to bring. I have a brand new bottle of the bourbon in my dressing room, and it's so funny. Oh my God, this is totally empty.
Who drank that? Who drank that?
It was me.
No, it wasn't.
I leave for 2 weeks.
Seriously, who drank this?
I leave for 2 weeks, Stephen.
This is my favorite.
Listen,
I leave for 2 weeks, and you guys down a bottle.
Jaco,
you're not even supposed to drink when I'm in the building.
It was only a little bit.
That thing has been in my eye line for months.
This was not empty.
It was not empty.
It is empty.
You bastards! Who stole my bourbon? This is American-made, really, really good bourbon, and somebody stole it. And my full bottle, actually, it's a funny. You'll like this, Jaco. My full bottle is totally unopened in my dressing room, and I was talking to HR the other day, and I asked him to come in because we were talking, and I needed to go grab something, and he was like, "What? There's a bottle of liquor on you," and I was like, "It's a sponsor. Don't judge me." So I'm just saying, go check them out. Really, it's American made, the best of the best. And the people who are there are great patriots. So you know that you're supporting a great American company. You can go to flyingacespirits.com, use promo code Blaze. They've got a bunch of different flavors and stuff if you're into the flavors, but just the regular whiskey is like, for me. But figure out what you like the best and get it. Flyingacespirits.com, promo code Blaze will get you free shipping. That is flyingacespirits.com. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky was back in the Oval Office today, meeting with President Trump. And I will say, for those of you wondering, he did wear a suit. There was no tie, but he did wear a suit. Okay.
There was.
There was a tie?
Do you know what? I did a live stream today and I went, that guy can't even wear a tie. And everyone was like, he's wearing a tie. And I'm like, no, he's not.
Is it black?
Yes, he is. He is. He's wearing a tie. And
it's black.
And what's weird is
what's the point of wearing a tie that's the same color as your shirt?
No, black on black looks great, but I think it was very loose. And look, I'm surprised he's back in the Oval. I mean, you know?
Well, that's a great point because I want to play, last time he was back in the Oval Office, it was a little tense is how I would phrase it, just for a refresher here.
Have you said thank you once?
A lot of times.
No, in this
even
entire
today,
meeting, have you said thank you?
Even today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
So no thank yous last time. This time he made sure to say thank you quite a few times just right off the bat.
Thanks so much, Mr. President. If I can, first of all, thank you for invitation and thank you very much for your efforts.
JD whooped him.
To stop killings and stop this war. Thank you. And using this opportunity, many thanks to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Please, for the love of God, thank you.
By the way, the other picture? How many people were in that picture? The big one. Was it 9 people?
Well, there's multiple nations.
I'm just curious because it was like the Fellowship of the Ring.
Well, Macron was there as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the Fellowship of the Ring, and he's Gimli. Look at him. He's like a little person. Yes, he is. Little Zelensky.
I still don't see the tie.
There's 9 of them.
There's 9 ties.
I guess. I don't know. I don't see the 9th one. I still don't see it. But so, I mean, we'll see. Obviously, as of the time of this taping,
what's more intense
don't know what's
is what they're meeting about.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because President Trump said this morning, he said Ukraine is not joining NATO. Mm-mm. He already said that ahead of his meeting. He said they're not going to join NATO.
Putin is claiming territory. I mean, this is sensitive still. This is not over.
Well, I'll say this as well. Trump has been amazing on foreign policy. He is going to broker peace, and they will not give him any credit for it. They'll say Zelensky was so great, he's so powerful, and the EU came in and did what. They will never, ever give Donald Trump the credit. Did you see the bit though where he's like, when he was talking about the war between Congo, and I can't remember what the other country is, but he goes, I think it was the Republic of Congo.
The way he said it, Republic of Congo.
And I'm like, he's still, even in the midst of he's got his building brain on. No, but he said Congo. But he's doing all this. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait to look back to see how great his presidency was for peace.
Yeah.
A lot of work left.
I agree.
3.5 years is a long time, guys. We got to get things done. There's a lot to do.
Well, the last I saw, Zelensky had said that he had a, quote, good conversation with President Trump about security guarantees for Ukraine.
Well, he wasn't uninvited to lunch this time.
Yeah, they didn't leave the lunch for the staffers to go ahead and eat, which was my favorite part of the last one, was that they were like, yeah, he did have a lunch. They've given it to the staffers. I don't think he's coming back. I think this has devolved. I don't think he's coming back. By the way, for what it's worth, my producer says there is no tie. Said there was no tie.
Oh, no. Well,
there was no tie.
All right, we're going to throw it down.
Let us know in the comments. Was there a tie or was there not? We'll see you tomorrow.